Our band of adventurers, the Talaria, are currently making their way to the city of Sangan, south of the Republic, and are currently nearing the end of that journey. So far, you have faced many dangers, such as creatures defending sections in their forest. You have met individuals such as a father-son duo in mourning, an old druid in a glade, and a Goliath hunter. And you've had a few setbacks during your journey. Some of them being the pathway being flooded, or just plain getting lost in a forest. We continue on from where we left off, where you had just laid waste to another thing that had set you back. A group of orcs attempted to exploit you for coin, but only instead having all but one of them meet their end at your hand. And so, as you continue on to the city of Sangan, that is where we left off. So, I have kept tabs on that roll that was made. So, is there anything that anyone wishes to do while traveling, or do you just want to see what happens?
Well, first, is there anything that I had missed?
Oh, right, yeah, because you, no, because we ended very shortly after you left.
Okay.
Like, basically the last of that little text RP that I sent you is where we cut off.
Yeah, the only, because the only other thing that really happened after that was just the D10 roll.
Yeah.
Tom rolled more stats and HP, and that is suspicious.
I like making characters, okay?
Okay,
It's always nice to know who, it's always nice to know just that little bit of information about our torturer before we meet them, isn't it?
Right?
You don't even know. A lot of the times I just use pre-made stat blocks. For all you know, I might be making NPCs.
Yeah, our torturers, that's what I said.
Okay. Then, how is everyone looking? I talked to Aki a little bit. Is he looking better than he was?
He still looks a bit. He still looks a bit forlorn and a bit crestfallen, but he looks better than he is. He's sort of just, and he's keeping his eye on the road and keeping one eye on the road and one eye on his thoughts.
What about Kidling? Cause Kidling got decently messed up, but he was taken care of. Physically, I like that keyword, physically. We're like midday, right?
Yeah, it's around midday.
Okay. Then...
Let's have a look.
Yeah, how is Havelock? For the most part, I think if we're gonna talk, I'll just do it at like camp or something, but... just checking in, you know? Making sure I didn't miss anyone. I know that Havelock's been watching Mev like a hawk. Okay. Alright, then I'll stay relatively quiet for now and see what happens.
Oh, actually, most important of all, how's Mev?
How is Mev? Gee, I wonder.
I don't know. Can we incite her?
You can certainly try.
Bitch.
Yeah,
If you want to insight her, you can try.
It's not fair. We all wear a heart on our sleeves except for you.
That sounds like a you problem.
Too bad. Yeah, you chose to give me that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Tell me your secrets, little witch.
I think even on a natural 1, Aki would win on insight.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. In Sigurd.
Oh,
16,
yeah.
there you go.
I guess yeah. Just who's watching her? Who's looking for her reaction? Havelock and Aki.
Yeah, Aki definitely.
All right. As you know, everything's kind of calming down. You notice Mev just looking around, checking on people, and seeing that everything is okay. She still has that, token smile on her face. She's sitting up straight, question mark. More, she just looks relaxed, but there's the little, like, the fact that her arms are crossed almost like she's hugging herself, the tap of her foot nervously, and just the way that the day had been. There's definitely something deeply wrong. She is trying to hold it together, but there are just too many little markers that show that she is not doing very well. But she's just trying to keep it together and focus on the road ahead.
Okay. I'm just waiting to see what... there we go.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, they were all in the same day.
Oh yeah, we abandoned Mev and she met some new friends, and then we killed some orcs. Yeah.
Yep.
God damn.
Yeah,
that really
and then Mev had to take care of all of you.
Hey, happy Trauma Tuesday, everybody.
So yeah, Mev definitely. You get the sense that she's more fucked up than she's letting on.
Okay. So.
Take that as you will.
Okay, so when I make camp, I'll go into a nearby forest and I'll try to find some herbs that have a narcotic effect. Got it.
Wow.
Okay.
Actually, if you are going to look for herbs, I will come with you.
I mean, that was a joke, but
Well,
I can't go look for
I
herbs
think
if you want me to.
Tom's
Yeah, I'm explaining
gonna
what's
say
happening.
what's up first.
No, go
Yeah.
ahead, Tom.
So you continue traveling. The remainder of the afternoon is uneventful, though the road does appear to be, while not paved, it does appear to be more well-maintained. You get the feeling that you are getting close to Sangan. In fact, you may be only a handful of days out at this point. But eventually, night begins to fall, and you move off the road into a small area where you can make camp. Is there anything that anyone wishes to do as camp is being made?
Well, have a look. Do you want to go have a look for some herbs? Some sweet
Let's go look
herbs?
for some herbs.
Okay, what kind of herbs are we after?
I will take out one of my alchemy books
Mm-hmm.
of the fucking 16 I have,
Mm-hmm.
and look for one that has some easy things we might find in the forest, and show it to Aki. We're looking for these herbs.
Okay. And so, I'm guessing with my nature knowledge, what do these herbs do?
Should I roll a d20 and see what the fuck happens with them?
Sure.
Just roll on the wild magic table. Yeah.
Yeah! Surprise!
These herbs cast fireball.
Sentient plant suddenly casts fireball.
God, imagine if Aki's tea worked on the wild magic table. That'd be amazing.
So, going through the book, you actually see one of the ones that I mentioned is wild ginger.
Alright.
Which, obviously, you very much recognize, Aki.
Yeah, of course. Delicious. That sounds good. Healing and general health properties. So
we can get it?
has she basically just given me a book with some plants in it and said, "Hey, do you want to find some of these?"
Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah, I suppose Aki's goes, Well, ginger root is usually quite easy to find in this sort of temperate environment. Suppose with a bit of luck we should be able to dig some out. I'll see if we can procure any. Although I might need an extra eye, I suppose.
It's a good thing for you I have an eye. Also, do you think we could, like, look for some flowers to bring back for Mev?
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. She seems to be bearing the heavens themselves upon her shoulders. Yes, a gesture, a token of our goodwill would be. I'm sure she would appreciate. You know her longer and I believe better than I do. What would you recommend? What kind of flower would match her countenance?
I honestly think any kind of flower would work for her. She's just really fucked up, and I'm actually kind of scared.
For her own safety or ours?
For hers. Note, I believe this is the first time Havelock's said to you he is scared.
It is, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, it would be actually, yeah. It's like... Yeah, and you can see Aki is also, like... Aki's face is also, like, dead serious, and, like... He has while you guys are talking, he has the look of it, like, this is one of the most important things I've ever done, is this mission here. He was like... Alright, well... Someone who's been through what she's been through, not just today, but in the passage of life, then it can't just be a common or garden daisy or a handful of wilting midsummer daffodils, can they? We'll see what we can find some orchids or some delightful rhododendron. We'll have to get lucky, I suppose. See what's growing wild. But yes, also, you see, a number of our party was, how do you say, what's the pirate parlance for it? Fucked up, I believe?
Yeah.
So I may see if I can find some herbs when ground or mixed with another ingredient can be used as it could be used for healing or for the numbing of pain. So ginger, some nice flowers, and some healing herbs. Okay.
I know you're gonna hate hearing it, but you really can't go wrong with numbing pain with some alcohol.
Yes, but usually what's provided by nature doesn't quite fog the mind or encourage one to do lewd and unacceptable acts, you say. It's, I mean, there are herbs, obviously, that do that, but not the healing ones, of course.
You know some stuff that does that? Aki.
I know what to avoid, yes.
You mean what to pick up?
Aki just has a look of disappointment and just goes, well, you are a grown individual. The age has granted you the gift of responsibility. I cannot force what you collect from your hand in the same way that you can't with mine. So, when I shall not be harvesting such produce, I will not. If that is what you want, then you may, but there may be consequences to said actions, should certain steps be taken after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Basically, if you imbibe and end up stumbling off a cliff, then it's on your head be it.
Oh, you won't turn into like some big bird and come save me.
Well, maybe not a big bird, but actually no, I've never been able to get the knack of birds. Honestly, I've just better figured out swimming creatures and landwalkers, but not creatures of the air. You see, it's something a bit more difficult. It's a combination of the different moving in different axes, and the effect of making our bones lighter, and it's just complicated.
Maybe you're just too beefy.
Possible. It's a possibility. Right, let's get this going before nightfall.
Okay, so you're looking
And
for...
also heading towards the wilderness.
Okay, so you're focusing... So are you both, like, looking for the same things, or are you both sort of focusing on one thing and someone's working on the other?
Tell you what, let's work down the list. Let's go with priority number 1, flowers for Mev. Then healing herbs, then ginger.
Okay.
And we're doing this together.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if that's the case, then you can either roll separately or roll with advantage.
Would you like to give me advantage?
Of course I would. You know everything.
What am I rolling? Nature?
Nature.
Natur. Okay. Oh, I'm actually not that good at nature. Okay, this should be fun.
Listen, you gotta be better than me. I have a negative.
Oh, I have a +2. Okay. Yeet. 17.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, are they any particular kind of flowers, or are you just looking for flowers?
Just a nice, any kind of nice-looking flower.
Okay.
Aki's family had flower arrangers to deal with the particulars.
So, with being autumn, the choice of flowers have sort of ran a bit slim. But there are still plenty of flowers, some which still grow and thrive during the autumn. You, being in a forest, you do find several. The particular flowers, just because I can't pronounce their names worth shit. There's like these, they almost look like tulips. They're not actually tulips. In a slight purpley color. Ones that look kind of like, almost like yellow daisies, like large yellow petals with the middle part there. Or there's sort of like these small. Again, they're almost like tulips in the sense of like how they've bloomed out and such. Their petals are like a deep pinkish red.
Okay.
So you can either grab one of them or grab a mixture of all three of them.
I'll grab a mixture of all 3.
Okay. Totally not me that was looking up, like, what are the flowers? And then being like, oh god, their pronunciations. Because you have gotten some Kyleman, some Helianthus, and some Hesperanatha. I've butchered those
Nice.
pronunciations, but if anyone wishes to look those up, you can see what they look like.
Hell yeah. Okay. And then let's have a go finding some herbs that Aki knows that, like, when ground up in his pestle, can be used to build on wounds and
Make another nature check.
with advantage, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yay!
Aki, go.
Another
17
17. You find several herbs like aloe vera and all that kind of stuff.
A dock leaf.
It's just, yes, a dot leaf. Thankfully, as I say, being that you're in the wilderness, it's fairly easy for you to find these herbs. Not to mention being a druid, you're very adept in finding those. And then the last one, it was just like, I assume, like flavoring herbs.
Well, the last one was it like ginger especially?
Well, that was the one that Havelock showed you. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Aki will go, and I guess Aki from that will have a look for ginger root.
Okay, go ahead and make another nature check.
Yay!
I
I find Jerry Halliwell.
You find like a small bit of shrubbery that has got a large concentration of ginger root. That and with a 22 on nature, you're able to sort of like safely and quickly like extract the roots without causing damage to them.
Okay. Lovely. Okay. Cool. So we have a bunch of ginger now.
Yes.
So we have bouquet of flowers, some healing herbs, and some ginger. Lovely.
All right.
Tell you what. Havelock, do you reckon you would be able to? Do you reckon Havelock would know what herbs, if you smoked, would get you fucked up? Would Havelock have that knowledge?
Do you want that knowledge?
What? No, I wonder if like without Aki without Aki pointing it out, would Havelock be able to? Oh yeah, you smoke that one bit of tree bark, you see shapes or something.
He might know a little bit, depending on like how close to the coast it was. He never really went much far into land.
Okay.
Should I make a check, Tom?
Sure.
What check am I doing?
Let's go with a nature check by yourself on this one. 0. Havelock's not a smoker, so at least I assume he's not a smoker.
Not now. Not with a 0.
Not with a 0. So
people who'd be duped by one of his mates into buying oregano thinking it was weed.
So Havelock's seen people like smoke and such, but never really cared too much about it. So he's never really explored that. Ale and all that stuff did him just fine.
Fair enough. Okay, just wondering.
He's a drinker. An alcoholic.
He has a well-stocked liquor cabinet, okay. Well, alcohol rings are nice. I guess in that case, are we heading back, Havelock?
Yeah. Are there any parts in the forest that we passed that looked quote-unquote thirsty?
As in, like, they weren't getting...
Dry.
Dry.
Yes.
Or like an owl who was giving you a bit of an eye?
No. Did they look any dry or no?
Not really. There's been a decent amount of rain cover. The only bits that look dry is obviously where the canopies of the trees are particularly thick, but not anything that seems like parched or anything.
No, you heathens. Under where the canopy is thick, I would like to just call some rain for the forest to be nice to the trees and the plants.
Okay. So you just casually just flick a drop of water from your water skin over to the like the particular like slightly parched it, well the covered area, and you kind of watch as it sort of like dissolves into almost like a cloud which spreads out before it starts raining down in the drier area.
Aki just looks up, sees it start raining, and then just basically you see him just hold a finger up above him, as from that point of his finger, all the rainwater just makes an arc around him like an umbrella.
Gonna leave me here to get wet.
Actually, hold on. If you cast spell multiple times, you can only have 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active. Okay, cool. And then so Aki will then just go, yes, I suppose, and we'll just point a finger above Havelock as the water arcs around him as well. There you go. Instantaneous umbrella.
You see, it would have been a little bit more charming if you had just, pulled me close, held me under yours.
What if I smell? It's been a long day, and it's been very physically strenuous.
We go jogging every morning, shirtless.
Yes, but we always keep a distance, don't we? And I try not to make myself downwind of you.
Aki, you don't have to do that kind of thing. We're friends. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't quite see how it. I don't see how it matters, honestly.
Well, if we weren't friends, I'd say, ew, that guy is gross. But we are friends, so I'm like, he's a people.
Yes, but
People smell like shit sometimes.
But just because we're friends doesn't mean you're forced to suffer my noxious musk.
No, it's not bad because we're friends, you know?
Well, yes, but the punishment of friendship is not that. Hold on, I'm just gonna get clear.
Vlock's just gonna look through his bag, take out the jug, and have it be all the seawater it can produce for a day, which is a full 12 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna just get close to Aki under the umbrella and dump it on him. There you go. Showered. Now you smell like the ocean.
Wait, so Aki. Okay, wait, so
Aki's been dropped 12 gallons of seawater on him.
Huh. Now he's already using. Okay, he's already using shape water to keep the rainwater off himself and Havelock. What's the wording of it? You wouldn't anything move, or I change the flow of the water as you direct to the 5 feet in any direction. You can use water to form into simple shapes and animate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and now, yeah, I guess because he was using it to stop the rainwater. The barrage of all the water, of all the 12 gallons dumped on him, basically breaks his efforts, and yeah, you drench him with seawater. And yet, standing before you is a slightly more annoyed, soggy Aki. Just looking at you and going, that was entirely uncalled for. What was that? What did I do to deserve that?
Well, it's not a problem anymore now, is it? You smell like the ocean.
I've also, yes, frankly, I'd rather not. And as night falls, if I don't get dry in a second, I'm gonna catch my death in this as well.
I'm not gonna catch your death just because you got a little wet.
A little wet. You dumped the fucking sea on me. 12 gallons is a lot of water.
Listen, I haven't dropped the entirety of the ocean on you. You're fine. If it bothers you that much, you just take my fucking coat.
Swearing Aki doesn't exist, he can't hurt you. Correct, he doesn't. It's a figment of your mind. Aki doesn't swear, how dare you?
Now you're wearing a coat. That'll keep you a little bit drier. It'll help you. We'll get you in front of the fire. You can sit there with Mev.
He actually is wearing a coat. He usually, because it's sort of more of a humid climate, I guess. He usually just wears trousers and a loose shirt.
Now he has a pirate's coat.
Wait, you gave me a coat?
Havelock put his coat on you.
Oh shit. Okay. I appreciate it, but I fear this coat isn't exactly my size.
It's big enough. It's big on me.
Well, yes, but a child's nightshirt is big on you.
Stirred.
You're like a stick figure brought to life.
I can't believe this. I do so many nice things, and you're calling me a stick figure.
You just dumped 12. You just dumped an entire galleon's water store on top of me, and now you're complaining that I don't do nice things for you.
I care so much for you, and you sit here and insult me to my face.
I believe that is literally the first. That's the first mean thing I have ever said to you, Havelock.
I can't believe you. You're breaking my heart, Aki.
Well, I apologize, and I suppose time heals all wounds, and I believe eventually this will become water under the bridge.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that big a deal.
Right, now I just hope you haven't ruined our produce collection for the day.
Alright.
Actually, hold on. Aki, while Aki was traveling, while Aki was doing that, did he spot any kern root?
Make a perception check.
Oh, sorry, yes. 16, and then give +4, 19.
So you have a quick look around. And you see some plants that sort of look vaguely similar to it. But make a nature check as well. $14.
I'm not quite lost there.
You sort of remember from your studies that kernroot is more common around swampy biomes.
Okay.
And while you've gone through a few more waterlogged biomes, the last one that you could consider a swamp was the forest you were in yesterday, at the start of the day.
Okay. Fair enough.
But you do see a few plants that are from a similar family of plant. But if that is all, then What's people at camp doing while they're off doing their thing? If anything.
That's a great question. What are you guys doing? General setup. Marine, what are you doing? Dom.
You might be muted again.
I'm also waiting for Kidling because he's typing again.
Yeah.
Kindling.
Maybe Dom's on BRB, possibly?
I didn't notice a BRB. Okay. Was Kidling cooking? Mev will just sit curled up by her. She's staring into the flames, kind of absent-mindedly.
Mm-hmm.
Things are pretty quiet on her end, which is kind of unusual.
Alrighty.
My internet is breaking. Fuck me. I
Yep.
hope not.
It was a little bit, yeah, you were cutting out a bit there, here and there. Wasn't even really robot-y, it was just more cutting in and out.
Yeah,
But
I wasn't getting full robot yet.
yeah. But okay, if that's the case. Oh, there she goes. If that's the case, she just leaves. We'll just wait for her to come back.
Okay. So, sorry, my internet was cutting out.
Yep.
Hopefully it's all better. I'm talking right now to test. Everything's good?
Yep.
Yep.
Fantastic. Mev is sitting by the fire as Kindling cooks, and she's just kind of staring absent-mindedly at the flame. She doesn't really seem to have there's not a thought behind those eyes kind of thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, I think she's just kind of waiting for everyone to get back.
Okay. Dom, are you doing anything? Oh, I should say, Marina, are you doing anything?
He's just vibing by the fire.
Okie dokie. So eventually, after about...
Contemplating war crimes.
Of course. About half an hour or so after they had left, Havelock and Aki return, their satchels and arms covered in lots of dirt and various herbs, flowers, and ginger. Lots of ginger, especially.
And Aki is still looking pretty damn wet, and he's wearing Havelock's coat, and it's tiny on him.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, Aki.
I don't know. Aki just kind of sits with that sort of reading the mood. He starts coming back in the camp. He kind of reads the sort of gloomy mood, and then sort of just decides to sit down on a log by the fire and pulls out his mortar and pestle and starts grinding up the aloe vera and the healing herbs he picked up. And he just goes, "Kindling, dear boy, how are your injuries?"
Yes, well, you got any wounds you might fear go septic and cause an infection? I've got here may help. How big's the cut on his side?
That's a great question.
What was that cut from again?
Oh, thank God! I just imagine like it was just like an axe wound.
I mean,
Just like
technically,
right in his ribs.
technically it's an axe wound, but due to the healing and
Yeah,
such,
fair.
it hasn't. And not to mention, you've been traveling for several hours, so the ring of regeneration's been doing its work.
Oh, okay, good. Fair enough. All right. Well, if they're feeling sore, or that you're getting redness or loss of feeling, let me know. I might be able to help. Also, and then Aki will take out. We'll put his salve away, and we'll start making some tea with the ginger he got.
Okay.
And then when he does that, he will while that's boiling away, he will just quickly beckon Havelock over to him. As in just like a look and like a come here kind of motion. To Havelock.
Havelock goes over. What's up?
He just quietly goes, what is Mevela's favorite food?
Peach, can you remind Havelock's player what her favorite food would be?
Mev really likes frickin' it's like spicy Mediterranean stew, essentially.
Okay. It's like what's spicy Mediterranean stew?
Like basically a lot of
like
seafood,
tagine.
probably a lot of clams, things like that in there.
Okay.
Well, what you're looking for would probably be like stuff we can't find here, but we could try to make like a really spicy stew she might like.
That's right, I may be able to give her a taste of it. What are those flowers we got? He'll sort of he'll take together the he'll grab the flowers they picked up. He'll take a bit of rope or a bit of spare string he had from his pack and sort of bundle them together and kind of neaten them up in a way he sees fit, and then we'll pour some of the ginger tea into a mug, walk over to Mev, set them both down on her, down to the right of her, and then also as a smell, and then also sets a smell in the air going from that direction towards her. The smell of sort of a very sort of very heavily seasoned with peppers and of basically a stew that Aki once had that was similar, of a sort of heavily spiced, a sort of mussels and clams chowder he had once. And then we'll move back around the other side of the fire and sit where he was.
Is Aki trying to be subtle about this, or?
He's attempting to be subtle about it.
Yeah.
He's trying to do a nicety with Mevela while maintaining personal space.
I see. Okay. So,
So basically, I'm guessing while she's in a bit of a daze, sort of trying to sort of silently walk over, set them by themselves, and as he leaves, sort of get the smell of that dish in the air.
I see. Yeah, it takes a moment, but Mev kind of, you see her refocus, and, and she looks around a little bit. What did you place by her?
A bouquet of wildflowers and a mug of ginger tea.
Okay. Yeah, she takes note of the flowers and the tea, and she just gently picks up. She actually looks at the tea first and sniffs it, realizes like that's not quite the scent. It's definitely spice, but it's not what she smells. Weird. She looks up at you, Aki, because obviously, you know, you were probably the one that gave her the tea.
Hey, any member of the party could be into tea. It's not just me.
You're probably the one that gave her the tea, yeah.
How dare you? Have a look at me getting into it. You're gonna get some culture. Maureen, you like tea, don't you?
She looks at you and she smiles a little, but you can tell it's out of her innate politeness.
Okay. Aki is sort of. Aki is sort of half reading one of his books while sort of looking up at Mev every couple of seconds, and then Aki just looks at her, smiles back, and nods.
Yeah, Mev just quietly sips the tea. She looks a little confused, though. Like, she's still confused as to where that scent is coming from.
Fair enough. What are we? So what is Kindling making for dinner?
What for dinner? Okay.
Sure. Where's Tom?
I'm here.
What are you looking for, Kinley?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
see.
I reckon with that, you would have been able to tell basically that, like, Havelock came over and then you heard like a snippet of like You basically heard something about spicy stew, and that's about it. Well, he has ginger. He has a lot of ginger.
That you do.
Fuck it, just throw a bunch of ginger in and kill everyone, you know?
Hold on. Can you overdose on ginger? Ooh! Apparently if you eat too much ginger, you get heartburn, diarrhea, burping, and general stomach discomfort.
Oh.
Fun fact. So, I reckon it would really behoove us as expert RPers if suddenly all of the Talaria got the shits.
There's an attempt there.
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea of just like, of just kindling, find some random leaves and go, oh, this probably tastes quite good.
Also, what's that could happen?
It's probably similar. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom?
No, you first.
Thanks. Hold on. Let me look at the questions.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Have we not had enough trauma for one day?
No.
The Great Luther Vandross said there's never too much.
Alright, let's roll a d20.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. I will PM the person.
Yeah.
Alright. I just PM'd them.
Alright. Marine will actually look to the group. Excuse me, but I do have a bit of a weird question for the rest of you. What aspirations would any of you have aside from adventuring like this? Are there any other dreams that you wish to do aside from, well, what we're doing now.
At, Marine speaking up, it's quite a rare thing for him to just randomly ask something like that. Mev looks up at him. You mean, like, if we weren't here, what would we be doing? Kind of thing? Or maybe when we go home?
Either one, actually. Because I do think about this a lot, as I have traveled quite a distance and been with a variety of crews.
Mev looks to the rest of the group. I would probably be back on the sea. I mean, what else is out there for me? I don't really have many skills that can be used on land.
Well, your skills are certainly helping you get by pretty damn well on such solid earth.
Sorry, your accent was so thick in that moment.
Yes, I know it was.
What?
Yeah, good. He's quite concerned. Aki goes. Aki said, well, your skills are. Well, your skill. Well, you're faring well with your skills on such solid earth.
Yeah, but that is mostly like fighting, right? And Marine asked, what would we be doing if we weren't adventuring? I'd probably be, helping the ship, running around doing tasks for them.
You very much do yourself a disservice, Miss Lanacra. You are much more than just a humble deckhand. Surely you must know that.
Okay, then what do you think I would do?
Anything your heart desires.
Anything my heart desires.
Indeed.
What if it's murder?
Well, I suppose it's a destination of a kind is indeed the cold confines of a prison cell.
That is a choice in life, I suppose, but I think that's kind of a non-answer, Aki. You say, oh, you have so many talents, you give yourself a disservice, but you can't come up with a real answer?
You are an expert. You are an expert wordsmith. You bring your boundless energy and enthusiasm can light up even the darkest room. You would make a tremendous and inspiring leader. You have ambition and drive to again accomplish whatever your heart desires. Simply saying that your next path is entirely dictated by the steps you took to get there is, as I said, doing yourself a disservice.
Mev grins at at Aki. You know, you're right. I'm really good with my words. I could, I don't know, go rob people with my wit.
Or just write some poetry and avoid the eye of the law. I don't know.
Be a
unless your poetry is-
politician, yeah.
I mean, unless your poetry is truly wretched, then I don't think it should harm people.
You know, I've never written a poem. Though I hear that someone's is really awful.
Well, yes, and I suppose, yes, you could, I don't know, run your own business. You could start a family of your own. You could, I don't know, be a guide to the wilderness. Be truly anything, really.
Guide to the wilderness, that's fun. I never thought of, being like making my own family, though.
What do you mean, like in an apothecary's lab or something?
Well, no, you said, make your own family. I assumed that you meant, I don't know, fall in love, get married, things like that.
Well, yes. Who claims such things aren't in your future? Who claims to have the vision of the gods and the fates themselves to be able to be able to say that with certainty?
Something that I've ever thought of myself. You know? Have you? What would Aki do if he wasn't here?
You see Aki look deep in thought, and then you can see just from his face that every thought that comes up to him is a sad one. And he goes, I would be doing my duty to command the ship of my family's company and try to prevent it from sinking. But I would do what's expected of me.
You don't seem very happy about that.
I wouldn't say I was unhappy, but the choice of this fork in my life was the choice of fork was certainly not mine. Let's say that.
She nods.
I have duties at home that can't be that I can't deny and flee from just for my own selfish need.
Perception check, Aki.
What are you looking for?
No, just roll me a perception.
Oh, were you trying to perception check me? Okay. I'm scared. Okay.
No, you're gonna roll it.
18.
Just to. Wow,
Want to be
you bastard.
insight?
No, because I feel like he isn't reading the emotion, he's just noting an expression, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, with Aki mentioning the whole, like, I have responsibilities, I can't just go for my own selfish needs. Mev's face visibly sours. It falls.
Can I insight check that, please?
You can insight check that.
Does that 13 deception still stand?
It's down to you on that
Um,
one. If you'd rather have 13 be the DC or roll another deception, or just
I
roll for shits and
will
giggles.
roll another deception because I was just seeing how quickly Mev recovered, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
from that last one. So,
Yeah.
oh, that's not Mev's sheet. That's Nem's. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
All right. Go ahead and roll an insight. You know, I figure I can try kindling with Aki. Somewhere Nem's lying, yeah.
You know, I reckon with how many times we mention Mev and the old team of the old god's fucking hell, old god's
Ooh.
headache. Part of me likes the idea that almost like this is a D&D game being played by them. Okay, in Sigurd. Okay, I've got a +8. Come on, boys. 3, 2, 1. Beans.
Ooh.
Aw. Aki, you notice this expression on Mev's face, the sourness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And as quick as you see it immediately she snaps back to her normal, everyday, smiling self. Mev has recovered too quickly for you to analyze it.
Okay. Hold on, thinking.
Yeah, go ahead. Think away.
Yeah, at seeing that just brief mask slip, Aki will just. Yeah, Aki, I think Aki will just give you a look of. How do I phrase this? A look of just sadness and sympathy, basically. Good. But if I was able to tidy away all my familial matters and truly forge out of my own, I don't know. See the world. Spend more time in the wilderness. Sharpen my skills and my senses.
So
Try to find my happiness, basically.
You would be doing something similar to now. Yes?
Well, with not half a world away and with a maelstrom in my mind, yes.
She nods. Then she looks to Havelock and Kindling, essentially offering for one of them to speak.
Kindling is typing.
I am letting Kindling do typing before I reply.
She nods and smiles. So, you want to go back there? What if, I mean, not saying that you can't go back, but, I don't know, what if you find something similar out here? Would you stay there instead? She nods. Maybe even while we're adventuring, you might get to, peek back in. Then Mev's eyes set upon Havelock.
Listen. Evlock stretches. I'd probably just be in a jail cell.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
What, you think I wouldn't be?
Well, knowing you, not for long.
I think if we were still together, you wouldn't be.
Yeah, but this is if you weren't here.
No, it's if we weren't adventuring.
I'd be in a jail cell long enough for you to get the bail, free me from the prison system, and we'd probably continue trying to get a ship. I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? Start a life with my first mate here.
Mev grins at that. Start our own crew?
Our own crew. And you know what our crew needs? A vicious, angry cat. A shitty druid, but a druid nonetheless.
I bring more than just druidic skill, thank you.
Right. We could use you to get into illegal tea trade.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd say with all of us there, it'd be a good crew.
I think that we would be pretty good. Not going to lie.
No ships would be able to sneak up on us with Aki's eyes on them. Oh.
If we were to start a crew, would I be able to make my quarters in the bows of the ship?
Why do you want to do that?
Well, I think the low light and the ambience of the water splashing against the side of the ship in that space would be quite soothing, and peaceful.
I see what you are getting at, but may make yourself sick.
Well, that is a price I'll have to pay, wouldn't it?
I suppose, yeah. It is your funeral. If you want to take that spot, go ahead. I won't stop you.
Better space for the rest of us, then.
I see.
And you, Marine? You haven't answered your own question.
I'd probably still be ship hopping from different crew to crew. Not like I ever really fit in to those crews.
Hmm.
Not sure
What?
where I'd go, but
Marine.
hmm,
Why do you keep going from crew to crew? I mean, I understand, love of the sea and everything, but, what am I trying to say? You were made to explore the sea, right?
indeed.
Maybe part of your problem is that you are trying to stick yourself in the place that you think you belong, rather than exploring all avenues. Maybe if you tried other locations, you would do better.
Marine's going to go quiet for a moment and just seem to be thinking about this.
I mean, we're all here to explore, right? But the way that you talk sometimes, it feels kind of like you're just putting yourself in a box.
Somebody's knocking at the door. Don't mind me.
Perhaps I am. Perhaps I am. The Warforged is just going to look at his own hands at this point.
Yeah, I can I insight the Warforged?
Yes, you can.
15.
Yeah, you could definitely see that there's some kind of existential issue going on with him.
Wow. Mev just gave someone fucking an identity crisis. Nice.
I mean, it's gotta suck when you were designed to do one thing, but that one thing doesn't give you joy.
Yeah. That's like, Mev's like, buddy, come on. I'm sorry, Marine.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
gave
much.
you a fucking crisis. Mev, unfortunately, is going to let Marine chew on that. She thinks it's best to let him think. Rip. So, how is everyone else looking as Marine suffers?
Let's just say the mood hasn't improved.
Yeah. So,
Aki just feeling the tension and the forlornness in the air will kind of just go, would anybody like some tea?
I could go for some more tea. Yes.
Alright, I'll get another pot on. And he'll chuck another load of ginger in his kettle, draw some water in it, and then stick on. And then, actually no, to be extra, let me. He does the Uncle Iroh thing with the kettle.
Yeah.
and then just puts his hand to it. And you watch as the metal heats up, boiling the tea in a matter of boiling in the tea in about 20 seconds. Oh, that's wrong spell. That spell. Hold the tea. Yeah, and then I could go. That hurts. And then we'll just start. And then we'll just start. Pour, and then we'll just. And then we'll ask. Could I have everyone's mugs, please?
Oh, here you go.
Okay, and he'll set all the mugs out in a row. And then. 1 second. I'm guessing when it says you cause the water to form simple shapes and animate at your direction. Could I use that to make a spout of tea go into each of the mugs?
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah, and so you watch as just like essentially like like a big like clumps of tea just shoot out from the top of the boiling kettle into all the mugs.
Oh. Mev does like a little clap.
Thank you. I am available for children's parties at the right fee, and he will handle the mugs back.
Sorry, I'm chewing a pretzel.
Let's go. If
Yeah,
tea
Mev,
shape he should have just swam into the mugs there.
Yeah.
He should
Oh,
that's a better
cool.
idea.
I'm just keeping an eye out because someone knocked at my door just then. Because it's like, oh, give them a
Yep.
bowl over, and I'm just there like, they're not going to do it again, are they?
Hurry! Yeah.
Yeah, Mev takes the cup and she just quietly sips it. Does anyone else say anything for the time being?
No, Aki just silently sipped his own tea.
Okay, then, I think eventually Mev gets up. I think I'm going to call it early tonight. You know? It's been a long day.
Of course.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
And Aki stands up as I guess Mev gets up and stretches as well and sort of steps over to her and say, if it's okay by you, I think I might take a double shift tonight if that's okay.
She pauses and looks at you. Why?
Because I fear you're in need. Because I fear for your sake you may be in need of the extra hours rest.
Oh, hush. That is a stupid reason. I will be fine.
I'll join you on your shift then. I'll do double.
No one
No,
is
you
doing
get
a double.
You get far too little sleep as it is. Have a look.
I'll be fine.
How many times I've found you passed out, exhausted in inopportune areas, and having to carry your dead burden back to safety.
Well, fuck you. You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
My dad.
And I can't go anywhere. If I fall asleep or if I get too tired, I'll go back into one of the tents or I'll sit in the cart, okay?
Mev just huffs at the both of you. You two don't need to do this.
But we want to.
You want to because you feel bad.
Well, and we want to provided kindness to someone we've done wrong, yes.
There will be no double, and I am fine. And,
Oh,
Mev. Yeah, Aki.
is it time for an insight?
I believe it is time for insight.
Holy shit.
You don't say a phrase like there will be no double shifts. I am fine without in that tone without one, I'm afraid.
Oh, narrowly avoided Havelock. Let's see, Aki, what do you got for me?
Pew.
It's time for an insight every time Mev opens her mouth, yeah?
Yeah, this bitch keeps so many secrets.
Fucking Havelock, you know Mev, and you know that she's probably not exactly okay, but the way that she's holding herself, she seems to be holding herself together pretty well. So maybe, you know, everything's not as big as a deal as you're making it out to be. Aki, though, you see right through Mev. She looks so tired. She has had such a rough day, and honestly, the way that she said that sounds like she could like break at any moment. And she's just trying to cut this conversation so that you guys don't catch on to that.
Okay. Okay, so then Aki, yeah, okay, so Aki go. Alright, well I suppose the standard arrangement stays for one night.
Right.
And I wonder if things suddenly aren't okay. I hope you know where to turn.
Mev gives you her big smile and goes to her tent. I'm guessing Havelock is following her.
Absolutely, you're not getting rid of me.
Yeah.
Oh, how good is your? What's like? It's a shame there's not passive insight, to be honest.
Yeah.
But how good's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's a 13. So it's like, it's okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. Fair enough then. All right. Carry on.
Okay. Havelock, do you say or do anything?
No, Havelock's just gonna follow you, sit down in front of the exit of the tent, cross his arms, and stare. He's blocking your tent access. You do not get to leave.
Yeah, Mev, turns to him. What, you're going to hold me here?
I am.
Yeah. You.
Yeah. I am. What are you going to do about it?
She crosses her arms. Why?
I want to make sure you're actually okay.
She rolls her eyes. Havelock, I don't know why you are so concerned.
I fucked up and I want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, you did. You left me. You left me. That is what happened. Mev just frowns at this.
I'm not leaving you anymore. So get used to this.
You... Why? Why have you been?
I've been going on morning runs with with Kindling and with Aki. I didn't know Marine had left with us. I had woken them up and I asked them.
You've been doing more than that. I met up with Kindling when you went on one of your runs, or I guess he split off from you. You didn't even look for me that time.
Where? Or the festival or whatever it was?
In Embar, yes. What is the
Of course I
deal with
didn't.
that?
You said you wanted to be alone. You said you wanted to go off and do your little own adventure. Why would I have gone looking for you when you said you wanted to be alone?
It isn't specifically that, Havelock. It's very evident that you, for some reason, have been separating me from the others, grouping us in different packs.
Look, I don't know what you want from me, okay? What do you want me to do?
Mev frowns at you. Never mind about this, okay? I mean, what is the point of fighting about things when they just already happened? A shitty thing happened. Now we have to move on.
Ev, I'm sorry. I don't want to keep you separated from the others, and I just... Sometimes I do want to hang out more with Hockey and Kindling. And sometimes I'd rather just, more often than not, rather just be here with you. I see the way he looks at you too.
She pauses. She looks more confused than anything at that statement.
And look, it really made me just, like, uncomfortable the night that you went essentially missing with Aki, too, okay?
I don't really know what you're talking about with Kindling, but I mean... Aki? He is... I mean, we were safe, we were fine. You didn't have to follow us.
We were out in the open in the woods. Anything can happen out there.
Okay, I suppose we shouldn't have, left for as long as we did. But I feel like you're kind of referring to something else.
And you're just staying in the tent tonight, alright? Just get rest. You've had more shit happen to you today than any of us.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. When you come back, beat the fuck up.
Happened, but things happen to other people too, you know? Don't know why you're all fussing over me.
Because we care about you? Because you sit here every fucking day worrying about us and we can't worry about you? What makes you so fucking special to be the only one that gets to worry about anyone, Mev? What is it? What makes you the only one that can care for others?
She stares at you long and hard. I can handle it. Is that the easy answer, you know? I can handle it. I can take it, you know?
No, I don't know. And I don't want an easy answer. I want an actual answer. Because saying you can handle it is a fuck ton different from actually being able to handle it. You can't handle being near the water long enough to try and swim in it. And you think you can handle the rest of us when what? We're drowning in emotions, in pain, in blood?
It's different. I can take care of people. Maybe you don't understand that because you've never had to take care of anyone other than yourself before. That's always how it's been for you. It's always about Havelock, even with, you know, with kindling, with offending him, or getting into fights with me. All you care about is how you feel and how you're perceived. I'm the one that fixes it for you.
Get some fucking rest, Mevalair. Get rest and that's in order. The rest of us don't want you to go working a second shift out there anyways. Or any shift. So just at least listen to the group.
She, obviously, you know, having nowhere else to really go right now, just gets into her, you know, sleeping bag and hides away from you.
Havelock's gonna shuffle out of the tent and sit in front of the entrance. Dawes, keep an eye on her, keep her company.
I
You
assume that
poofed
means
Dawes
you...
away.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I assume you've resummoned Dawes to do that?
No,
No?
ignore that part. I forgot. Havelock's just talking to the air.
Yeah, you sort of like wait to hear his snarky response when it's just there like, oh yeah, I sent him back to Hells. Shit.
Damn, he's on vacation. Alright, guess I'm here now. All you guys see is Havelock sitting grumpily in front of the tent with his eye patch going.
Okay. So, if that's the case. Does anyone do anything else? No? Okay. Then...
Aki just sort of with just with his head in one of his hands, just slowly finishes his tea by the fire. Sort of taking sighs and deep in thought and pity.
Alright then. So if no one else is doing anything for the evening, I want whoever's making the first watch to take a perception check.
I guess that's me, isn't it? I take first watch.
I would assume so.
Bam, you got an advantage.
Thank you, dear.
No problem.
Yeet. Oh, yeet. 24.
24. Okay. You sort of shake yourself out of your stupor temporarily to focus on the more important thing, the night shift. You sort of just sit there, just keeping an eye out. A few hours into your watch, you begin to hear a sound back over near the road. It sounds like a cart moving at relative pace.
I think just Aki will just keep his eye. Can he see? Can Aki see the road?
From this distance, yes. You can also, because that perception check, you can sort of see the faint light of a hooded lantern that's sort of like just
Okay.
swinging on top of something. You assume that's where the car is.
Okay, Aki will just keep a keen eye on the car and the bobbing lantern as it goes past,
Okay.
just in case it makes any, just in case it stops, or because I'm guessing we have a fire going, so he can see us.
Yes.
Whoever's in that car can see our fire. So okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Aki will just keep an eye and just see if he stops or just carries on down the road.
Okay. It does just that. It continues on down the road, out of sight. Beyond that, nothing else in your watch happens.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just writing notes because boy has a lot of things happened already.
Well, you can make use of that during whoever's doing the second shift. Who's doing the second watch? I guess is the question.
Apparently not me.
That was me! I'm taking 2 watches tonight.
Okay,
Oh my
so
I like could
Aki-
just take the morning watch. You're just being a
Aki-
pain.
Tell you what, Aki, before his watch finishes, he boils another cup of tea, and just and sets on the log next to and sets on the log next to the fire, and then does a big old stretch, and then goes up to I'm guessing decently groggy looking Havelock and just goes how is she?
I left her in there to sleep.
And you trust she is doing just so?
No. No, I don't trust her at all. Would you mind just guarding the door here? The door, the flap.
Yes, I shall make sure the dragon remains in her slumber, yes. Oh,
If you want me to cause trouble, I'll fucking cause trouble.
Yeah, and she says, you're covering two shifts, aren't you?
Yeah. So if you
Well,
want to just stay over here, we could sleep back to back or something, or you can go back to your tent.
No, it's okay. I should. Night under the stars sounds quite pleasant, actually. And their watchful, twinkling eyes makes me think. You know? If you need companion, if you need assistance staying awake, there is a mug of tea waiting for you by the... I made it just before I got up.
Oh, you're sweet. I'll accept your peace offering of tea.
This wasn't a peace offering, this was a kindness to a friend. And besides, given my drenching, it should be you making the...
Make up to you somehow. Alright, get some rest, big guy.
Alright.
Havelock shall go take the cup of tea, and his eye patch will be taken off, and he will watch.
Okay, make a perception check.
Damn, you have advantage.
Perception. That's a natural.
Nice. You sit and wait and look. You don't see anything of particular note. The night seems to be quiet. The sky clear. You can see the moon's up above. And through the moonlight, nothing. You just see the road in the distance. Vacant, with no one around. And that's how your shift ends. So who's taking the final watch then?
I thought Havelock was taking both.
Yeah, Havelock was.
But will Havelock wait kindling?
No!
No?
No! Havelock's just gonna refill with his little tea and hunker down for another shift.
Okay, so give yourself a point of exhaustion.
Yes.
Come on, even with the tea.
Yes.
For fuck's sake, Thomas.
Actually, as if it's Tom's fault that
I know.
Anna's doing this.
I know. But the tea.
Okay, so make a flat perception check then, Havelock.
Plant perception. 9.
9. Seems like nothing happened. At this point, the fatigue is setting in. The tea's helped, but so far you start to feel a little bit groggy, but you keep enough focus to finish the last shift completely uneventful.
As the night is going on, since it seems uneventful for Havelock,
Yes.
can he just start to make like really easy potatoes in the pot on the fire? Just start it for kindling for when he wakes up?
Yep.
Can't fuck up potato in water that's hot. Can't fuck that up.
Wanna bet?
Yeah,
Don't roll.
let's watch her fuck up. What's a cooking roll?
My god.
What would you roll for cooking?
So if you're using cutlery stuff and you're proficient in them, then your proficiency bonus plus dex, I'd put it down if I remember correctly. And a d20, obviously.
Well, you need to be proficient in cutlery.
You can be proficient in cutlery, yes.
Yes.
In culinary tools.
Oh, come on, no, that's like being good at cooking, not being good at like eating with a knife.
That's what I mean. It's
Okay, sorry.
It's specifically for the fact that Kindling and Havelock, both those boys have the chef feat.
Yep.
So let's see, that'd be +5 for dex and proficiency.
Mm-hmm. 18. Yeah. Yeah, it's, as you say, it's more just putting, potato on and just cooking it. You remember the
Can't
important
fuck
part?
up.
Well, you can fuck it up, but thankfully you remember, oh right, pierce the skin.
Tired Havelock can't fuck up potato. Not with an 18.
Alright, and as you begin cooking the breakfast meal for when your friends eventually wake up, we're going to take a 10-minute break.
Woo!
Yay.
Hey.
So, you all eventually wake up to the new morning. The sky is clear, and there is the smell of food being cooked over at the campfire.
At least there's always kindling.
They look like potatoes.
No. No, they're in good condition.
The potatoes.
They just look like they've been sitting there for like maybe an hour.
Can I?
Havelock's got his little eye patch back on.
Can I use Druidcraft to make the sound of a crowing rooster?
Sure, it's more of a thaumaturgy thing, but I'll allow it.
Okay. So yeah. Well, hold on. I'll have a look. Hold on. Yeah, because it does say create instantaneous harmless sensory effects such as smalling leaves, puff of wind, the sound of a small faint odor of a skunk.
As I said, I'll allow it.
So I reckon just okay. So you hear just I guess to stay with that, you hear just a basically
not
comes
not
from...
bad. Okay.
Yeah, not a bad impression.
Okay.
You know what,
just-
Spygod? I have a question for you.
Yes.
With the Find Familiar spell, is it still Dawes if I summon it back with a different form, or is it a new familiar?
So I think because it's specifically your warlock variant of it, I think it's limited. But let me have a quick double check. Because the usual Find Familiar, it's like essentially it's something taking the form. So let me just
like a fiend or a fae or something.
Yeah. You cast Find Familiar, you infuse with that. Oh no, some extra bit. Let me just have a double check. Once I can find it. Where is it? Ah! Continue with your role playing while I search for this.
So yeah, Aki makes that noise and
Yeah, and Aki, Aki just sort of walks from out of his tent, does a big arm out, stretch to greet the rising sun. Does a big old sigh and walks back towards the fire and the pot of simmering potatoes.
yeah, Mev just crawls out of her tent
Literally
and
crawls. Like does like a front
goes-
army crawl.
she gets up and just goes to sit by the fire. She gives a glance to Havelock. I don't know. Can I insight him?
Sure.
Yes, you may insight him.
And on the question of the Find Familiar spell, I will say... I'll say that if it's an imp, it's definitely Dawes, but if you try to make it come in through a different form, there's a chance it'll be something entirely different. Because essentially at that point you're trying to essentially channel Dawes' essence to another form.
What exactly are you trying to get? I don't think you're getting anything.
basically how he's feeling right now after what had occurred.
The only thing you can see is physically this boy is tired.
Okay. Yeah, that fucking gnat's funny. Yeah, he's tired. Okay, that's expected.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as I said, Anna, I would say if it's an imp, definitely does. If it's anything else, you can try to channel like does into that form, essentially channel his essence into it.
Alright, I want Havelock to walk away from everyone else back to like the little cart area and try and resummon. I just wanted to roll a d4 and see what I got from the
special forms.
Yeah, the special forms.
Okay, roll a d4 then. Well, looks like
We
you're
get
getting...
dolls back!
Yay! Hello.
That's my job, Ed.
Sorry. That was a fun character's voice.
Yeah. So you just sort of like focus, and you almost like nod off before you just feel like a small hand just sort of like tap you on your forehead. As you open your eyes up, you can see like arms crossed, little bow ties, still like just using his not even his hands actually. He was using his tail just to like to prod you, just like hello.
I need you to do a very important job for me.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the group, particularly Mevin Kindling.
Sort of like he sort of like almost like leans up to try and look over the cart to get a look and it's like yeah. Yeah, sure. Can't have a choice, do I?
I mean, I'm going the fuck to sleep. You could say no to me. And Havelock just like climbs over, rolls into the cart. Oof.
You hear him mumble something, but you sort of like feel him take flight as he heads back to everyone else.
You're here.
Yeah.
Great.
Hi.
Oh, good morrow. Good morrow, dolls. Good to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, I guess. Good to see you too. I guess.
Well, it appears, she looks over to the cart. I imagine we heard the thud.
Oh, he's out like a fucking
Seems
lie.
as though- Yes, Havelock is crashing.
We're not taking up too much room. You know, we don't have to fit in there, don't we?
I don't fucking know.
Should we eat then move on?
I imagine so, yes.
Mev just takes a couple potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
starts eating them as she heads to the cart.
Are they just boiled potatoes?
Yeah. It's
Anything in them?
probably not.
Okay.
Havelock only threw in potatoes. You have to ask Kindling.
Kindling, is there anything? Wait, where's kindling? Is this what breakfast is? Is this the only breakfast not for today, Kim? Just plain boiled potatoes?
Judging him for something he didn't even do.
Well, I'm not exactly gifted in the culinary arts. What do you suggest? You could dress them up with something. Do you have any butter or cheese or? I've got ginger. With some ginger on it. I can help you with the potato salad. I can mix and I can cut. Be up to you for the finer things. Ugh. All right. Do you have a knife? All I have is my scimitar. Maybe it might be a bit cumbersome. Well, does Aki have anything sharp that is scimitar?
I would imagine, like, your packs would come with a knife. Like a hunting knife of sorts.
What does Kindling use to cut things up with? His claws?
I mean...
Probably, yeah.
I wash them.
He does. Actually, no, I suppose Fancy Boy Aki probably wouldn't think of bringing a knife, oddly. He would just sort of unsheath his scimitar. You know those blades that kind of go like you kind of do like down and up on them when you cut things?
Yeah.
He kind of does that action with potatoes.
That's weird. Okay.
Gets to like put them on a log and like cuts them with his scimitar like that, and cuts them
I can't
into
wait.
chunks.
This is how Aki loses a finger.
Yeah.
Butterfingers.
Yeah, can I roll dex for this?
Sure. Okay.
I grow a finger.
You skillfully avoid cutting your fingers.
There you go. That was most efficient. Right, there you go. Anything else, Commander? Right.
Yes, Dex, and if you're proficient with culinary tools, then you add your proficiency to it as well. 12. Okay. Yeah, what you make's passable. You can say with a high degree of confidence that while it won't taste the best, you're at the very least not going to poison your colleagues.
Mayonnaise.
Okay. So does anyone else do anything, or are you continuing on with your adventure?
Okay, I guess we'll wipe down his blade from the potato juice, and we'll go back to his tent, grab his stuff, walk back to the car. What's Mev doing?
Mev has been sitting in the cart, and you notice that her usual cover, her usual blanket is like over Havelock, but she doesn't seem to really be looking at him.
So wait, so is she in the cart?
Yeah, she's in the cart.
Okay. Aki just sort of looks up, sees Havelock passed out with a blankie on. Mev, I guess, just sitting there in a daydream again. And then we'll sort of so he'll walk past, round the front, give Crispy a little scritchy scritch, and then we'll climb up to the driver's seat. So, as he walks past where Mev is sat, she gets another little whiff of spicy fish soup again.
Yeah, she takes another look around and then looks at you, considering that this has happened, twice now with you. Why are you doing that?
Doing what? And he'll just sort of pick up the reins and Crispy on as we head back down the road.
Aki, with your passive perception, you overhear Daz say, "Night Elves, this guy not fucking shower."
Oh, he does stink. Okay.
No, he caught a whiff of it as well, and he smelled the fish specifically.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, so
I guess I just do a look like a very embarrassed looking. I just give the quick little pit check when I hear Doz say that. To Aki's nose, it doesn't. It's not pleasant. They can push out, to have a bath, and then reach Sangan.
Okay, so you continue on with your journey. The terrain has now gotten a lot more hilly. It's much less. It's a bit of a slog at this point, as you're having to start going up several inclines and such. The forests sort of begin to fade away a little bit more. There's a few parts here and there which you go through. About halfway through your day, Aki, you spot near a not so much a forest at this point. It is just literally like a set of maybe like 4 or 5 trees. But you sort of notice, you originally thought it was a tent to begin with, but then you realize it's almost like a wooden shelter that's been just made through various fallen branches and such. And the remains of of what looks to be a campfire.
Okay. Is there any signs of any trouble? An unfortunate fate, or anything to do with this place, or just?
Yeah, I mean, do you essentially slow down to have a look?
Fire? I won't stop the cart completely, but I will bring Crispy down to like a canter.
Okay, make a perception check, because you're looking at it from a distance.
From a distance. Hold on. Yeah. Let me just do this. I need to get back to making those. What was it? Perception. Sorry.
Yep.
Perception. And then have one of these being
22. From what you can see, doesn't look like there's been any signs of like scuffle or conflict or anything. You do notice something within the shelter itself, though, you can't really tell too much because it's covered.
I'll sort of turn to the rest of the party and go. Friends, look lively. What do we make of this shack by the roadside?
Mev looks at it. It's probably either where someone lives or where people can take rest.
It's not a.
Sometimes they have that.
It's not a shack. It's literally like someone's just piled a bunch of like wood and sticks up in the shape of a tent.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's just me because I did Cub Scouts and such, but it's like basically using what you can find on the ground to make a shelter from the elements.
Yeah. Okay. Someone probably just made it to stay the night then.
I know, but I was making. Whoever didn't suffer some sort of untoward fate.
Well, not our problem right now. I mean, there's no one blatantly here, as far as I can tell.
Go. No need to stop then, I suppose. And Aki will look at Crispy to pick the pace back up and go past the lean-to stick tent thing.
Okay, so you leave the shelter and whatever was covered under it be, and you continue on further towards Sangan. Roll another d10 then for me, somebody.
I feel like we just missed something cool. Okay.
I will.
No need to sound so excited for it.
A6. That's the wrong thing. Okay. As you continue moving onwards, the terrain begins to get much rougher. And you sort of find why that is. It hasn't overflown its banks, but there is a river nearby that has caused the terrain to be sort of more malleable and muddy. You're able to keep going, but you're going at a much more reduced pace.
Okay.
So, essentially that has slowed you down a little bit.
Oh, no.
Eventually, by the time you get past this river and cross the now stone bridge as opposed to a wooden bridge, signifying how close you are to Sangan, go ahead and roll another d10 for me. Anyone who wants to volunteer.
Kinling and Dom haven't rolled yet. I don't think.
Are we gonna meet a troll? Excited.
Okay, Dom, go ahead and roll a d10.
Roll.
A 2. Okay. As the night begins to fall, and you begin to look for another place to set camp, Aki, you notice something in the distance. Appears to be 8 figures. Humanoid, but you can't get a good look at them. They're sort of up against the, like they got the sun behind them.
Where are they? Are they like blocking the road?
No, they're off from the road.
Okay. What are you gonna say? You're the one that sees it.
I know, I'm just thinking. Aki, just quickly, just start to slow the cart down just a touch, and just quickly says, there are some fellows off to the side on the top of the road. I can't get a good look, but I need to make sure that it won't cause any trouble. Can someone please take over riding the cart for a second?
I got that. And Mev will crawl up.
I need to take your place. And Aki will climb back into the back of the cart and help him get a closer look at these. He is going to use Wild Companion,
Okay.
which does that. So it's basically I can cast Find Familiar using a Wild Shape slot. And so it's someone we haven't seen in a while, but as he does that, as he sits in the back of the cart, it's not Lemon. He holds a finger out, and what lands on it is a little finch.
Yeah.
And then Aki, so Aki then goes. I need some closer eyes. Make sure nothing bad happens while I'm away, won't you? And you see Aki's eyes just roll back in his head as the finch flies off.
Okay.
And the finch will start flying towards these 8 men.
Okay, how close is the finch getting?
To within earshot, I reckon.
Okay. Alright. So. As the finch flies off, pretty much all of you just hear Dawes go, "Yeah, I can do that, I don't want it though."
Is he trying to like prove something? Trying to impress someone? Like,
You get the feeling. Make an insight check, actually.
Honestly, I'm gonna start hearing the word insight in my. Right.
insight.
You're not too sure. You do
Okay.
You do know that he does have a bit of an ego, though.
Mev just Dawes just hears like a snicker when he says that.
He doesn't seem to retort at all. Alright. So, you fly the finch closer. Go ahead and make a perception check. Except now, we'll just use the perception of a raven, because there is no finch token. So, a raven's perception.
What was a raven give perception?
A +3 to the perception, so d20 +3.
Okay, so d20 plus Trez. Okay. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. 3. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Fuck!
You've never done this before, and so you find it really confusing. Like, you try and listen, no, that's not what you try and look. You try and smell, it's like, this ain't,
Okay, I think Aki's going to be a bit bolder and kind of fly in closer to these 8 men, get sort of within like 20 feet of where they're standing, and start to like pretend to sort of like just like peck around in the grass
Okay.
while trying to hear them again.
All right. So you fly your way over to within 20 feet of them. At this point, you don't need to worry about a perception check. You notice that these are indeed human, but you can sort of see they're sort of slowly sort of like swaying. You see a few of them shamble around. The one closest to you, you see sort of like its head rolls so like to the side, almost like its neck's broken. And as it looks down at you, you can see just pure white eyes and rotten flesh. As it sort of like slowly just begins to shamble towards you.
At seeing this, the Aki, the finch will just immediately just let out a little chirp and just and immediately fly off.
Okay, as you sort of
And fly off back to Aki.
okay, you watch as the other 7 zombies also like slowly turn at the sound of the finch chirping, and so slowly begin to stagger their way forward.
Okay, yeah, and so the bird will, and then so the finch just sort of lands back onto the side of the cart as Aki comes to, and then sort of says, yeah, thanks for the assistance, my friend, until we meet again. And the bird and the finch sort of just turns back into mist.
Okay.
And so yeah, Aki turns to the group and and goes, they're certainly people, but well, I presume they were people at one point. They seem to be shambling corpses who weren't given the gift of rest.
Do you want to go take care of them? I mean,
Would it? I haven't dealt with anything like this before. I know them from the horror stories, but are they capable of dying and finding rest and peace now?
well, I'm not sure. I mean, none of us are particularly holy people. Maybe we should keep it in mind and tell someone in Sangan, report it.
I'm more worried about them spooking Crispy or going for us, frankly.
I mean, they're fairly slow, right? Maybe if we just book it? If they do go for us, then I mean, we kick their butts and then we go on our way anyways and report it.
Alright, we take the chance then. Okay. Alright, let me get back behind the reins.
Yeah, how close are we?
From Sangan, you're not
Yeah.
too sure because you've never been to Sangan.
Is this the road to Sangan?
And none of us have, I don't know, a fucking keen mind to really figure out how far we've traveled.
No, would a 20 wisdom be good enough? Would a +5 in wisdom be good enough?
No,
that
keen
show?
mind's a very specific thing.
Yeah, one, keen mind is a very specific thing. For two, this is your first time in Karmora, so...
Boo earns. Okay.
Yep.
I just like the ability. You always know which way is north.
The only thing that you're aware of is that the bridges and roads now are starting to look more maintained.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, plus, wisdom is just common sense. It's not actual intelligence.
Yeah, that's the
No,
intelligence
is
stats.
intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Aki will go. Aki will climb back into the front bench. And then goes, right, I will see if I can get Crispy to a fast canter. I don't think the cart could survive a full gallop. And we will
What part? That's shitty.
hopefully... No. Any cart would be knackered by a horse going full gallop.
I mean, yeah, I guess. We'd probably, like, be tossed over or something.
Yeah. So Aki suddenly takes her in and say, I would ask the fellow passengers to potentially hold on for something.
Mev immediately looks to the unconscious Havelock.
At this point,
And-
Havelock would be awake by now. This is after a full day of travel.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
That's up for Anna to decide, isn't it?
Halflock is still sleeping.
Okay.
Okay.
Mev is gonna crawl back to Havelock since Aki's, retaking the reins. And, she actually has some rope. She's gonna tie them to each other. And she's going to just, like, sit on him. The rope's like a just in case, but she's holding him in place, essentially.
And then Aki will whisper will sort of say in Druidic towards Crispy. I apologize, I have to do this, friend, but speed is of the essence right now. And he will give like an almighty "yeah" to Crispy to get him to try to go as fast as he can.
Okay. Druidic speak is not animal talk, but Crispy...
Yeah, he thinks it is.
Crispy responds to the urging and speeds up.
Does do it. Okay, yeah, and so we'll try this to get past the zombies without attacking them.
Okay. Thankfully, they're still far away, and they are slow. So very quickly, you watch as they sort of fade off into the distance. You continue traveling for about an hour or so as you set up for the evening. I just saw the ball get kicked over, so I gotta deal with that now. So do whatever your night stuff is while I deal with that.
Bloody kids. Okay. Aki will, when Aki finds a good camping, bring Crispy to gives.
camp.
Is he a boy horse or a girl horse?
Boy.
We'll give him just a pat on the side. Do we have any straw or anything?
I imagine we have horse feed, yeah.
Okay, he'll sort of just go to the back, grab a handful of horse feed, and just give it to Crispy as like a little thank you for looking after us. And then he'll start grabbing some stuff to help set, and he'll grab his stuff and start making camp.
Yeah, Mev will get off of Havelock, untie him, and just shake him. Look.
Yeah, what is it?
We're setting up camp again. You can, go back to sleep if you want, just telling you.
You don't need to set me up a tent. I'll just sleep in here.
Not going to sleep with me?
Not tonight.
Right. Understandable.
Dawes is here for you, and I'm sure one of the others would share a tent if you need it.
I wasn't offering because I needed to share a tent with anyone. She stands up, hops out of the cart.
Yeah. Well, while Aki is sort of getting his bearings, figuring out what the sightlines are, he'll ask Minev, is Havelock really still conked out back there?
Just let them be tired, you know? What's the harm?
But I slept through an entire day.
Yeah, and he spent an entire night, you know, taking watch. Now he's trying to fix his schedule. I think we should be grateful.
By making himself nocturnal?
No, he's going back to sleep right now. And then he's going to sleep through the night. So no one wake him up. No shifts for him.
Are we sure? He'll be fine. The fire will be far away from the cart, and he won't be covered.
He has my blanket. He will be fine.
Yes, but it can't keep out the blanket can't keep out the rain and the wind, can it?
She looks at the sky. Is the sky clear?
Yeah, it's relatively clear. There's a few clouds here and there, but not like heavy cloud cover.
It will not rain today.
Can I do the druid craft predict weather thing?
Sure.
So basically,
Yeah.
so essentially,
Fuck my sailor's intuition.
Aki will hold his hand out and say, either a little rain cloud, or a little sun, or a little sort of that kind of thing will appear in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
What does he say?
So let me just quickly double check.
He does say, you create a tiny harmless sentry effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location. Might manifest as a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, as falling snowflakes for snow, and so on. This effect persists for 1 round. Do you know why it specifies that? Who would use this in combat?
You never know. It is a cloud, but it's not it's not dark as if it's burning with water.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
See, I told you. It will not rain.
Well, there'll be clouds present. There might be a little pitter-patter. Anyway, I could use a hand getting some firewood, actually. I think we might be out. Care to accompany me?
Sure. She shrugs. You notice this whole time she's had her arms crossed. But she'll follow you. Want me to roll fucking survival to get firewood?
Yeah.
It started out so well before.
You can give me a boof if you want. You can give me advantage.
Sure, I'll give you advantage.
So I think this is basically just like Mev still just keeping her arms crossed and going, "Hey, Aki, there's some wood."
She'll carry it for you. She's beefy.
There you go, 20, and then
Nice.
make that 23.
Okay. So you're able to... There's not as much tree cover anymore, but you are able to get enough logs to keep a fire going for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough, okay, cool. So then Mev and Aki will go back to the camp, build a fire, and then step back. And Aki clicks his fingers and the fire lights. And then...
Oh, just Aki did the fire thing again that he's been trying to, like, push on Mev.
What do you mean? What do you mean pushing on Mev?
The whole, like, ooh, you put the fire out kind of thing.
That was... I know. He was, to be fair, he was thinking of doing like, hey Mev, can you look at that? Can you look at the logs, please, and set them alight? But he was like, she's not in the mood.
Yeah.
So he did. So he just did it normally.
Yeah. Then I suppose Kindling's probably gonna be cooking or something, but Mev is gonna generally mind her own business for the time being. I will practice my Tinker's Tools for now.
Okay.
Means I have 5 more sessions of Tinker's Tools before I'm proficient.
Mm-hmm.
I've been counting.
Nice. You'd like to hunt for small game? Okay, make a survival check, Kindling. Free. Unfortunately, either you're being too loud or there just isn't any wild game out right now. You're not able to find even a mouse. I mean, you still have rations. Which I assume you've been counting down. You have been counting down your rations, haven't you?
Yes.
I don't know why the pause there just made me think it was like, yes?
Sorry, I had food in my mouth.
It's fine. It's just the pause made it funny.
Just theoretically, if someone wasn't counting down their rations, how many rations?
You've been traveling for about 8 days.
Okay, that's fun.
Yep.
Aki has 5 rations on him right now.
Oh.
Mev has like 26.
I was gonna say.
I presume Aki takes some of your rations, please.
If you fucking ask. But since you haven't RP'd that, you don't get rations.
So he's just not been eating for the last 3 days, basically.
Fucking Kindling's been using his stuff.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, Kindling's been sacrificed. Well, also as well, you've been hunting small game.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been covering you for that.
Also, how do you learn new proficiencies?
The way that Tom and I have it done is that,
depending on how complicated it is, there's a set number, and essentially how much that the amount of days goes down by depends on, one, the person who teaches you's charisma check, and your own intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Because I think, if I remember correctly, for Tinker's Tools, we had that at, was it 30 days, if I remember correctly? It was a number, I forget.
I forget too, because I've just been counting down. So I don't have the, like, maximum on here. I've just been counting it down, and now I have 5 more sessions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so essentially what you need is the particular thing that you're trying to be proficient in, someone to like teach you the basics, and just how well you can get it sorted. And then it's based off the number I have set, an arbitrary number I have set for it, depending on the complexity.
Okay.
we did like an initial roll of intelligence and charisma to see how much it
It skips it down, basically.
goes down by. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 60 days for Tinker's Tools. Because I think you guys had rolled a 17 and a 15 respectively. I can go back and check the things.
Yeah. I've just been counting down, so.
It's fine.
But yeah, if you want to get proficient in things.
There is a slow but guaranteed method.
I forgot where we were at. We were talking about like fucking like hunting and stuff, and then the rations.
Yeah. So yeah, because you guys were basically asked the question in regards to like the food and such, and because it was essentially you guys went getting firewood. Kinlan went hunting game. I told him that he couldn't find anything with the free. I said he could use his rations, and then I mentioned like you are all counting down your rations when you use them, right? And then we got to this conversation.
Yep. So, does anyone do anything at the campfire today? Anyone talk to anyone else? Or are we all a bunch of fucking miserable little shits?
Are we going into the onto the watch rolls?
Okay then, Kindling, RP it out. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Kindling.
fight you guys.
Peach needs her RP fix.
What is it? Oh, right. I mean, it's fine. They don't really go into water anyways. He tried. Yeah, she takes it and stares at it. Did you happen to see any bodies of water nearby? Tom,
Yeah.
are you looking at the chat?
Sorry, I was distracted by something. As soon as it's in the center full neatly, but it's definitely in the full. Because was it a case of bodies of water you mentioned, yeah?
Yeah.
Like if he saw any?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Recently, no. The last major body of water that you've seen was a river back where the zombies were. That the bridge went over.
Of course. She takes the cloak and puts it around herself a little bit to like basically start to attune to it again.
Mm-hmm.
When you need something, it's not there. Such is life. Sure. Things suck, my dude. That's what you get from that. Do you want to sit down, or are you just going to stare at me? I mean, I know I am very pretty, but it's rude to just stare. She scoots over a little bit and pats the space beside her. I don't know, I just wanted to hang out, I guess. Not be be in my head. Why don't we play a game? And she starts shuffling around in her bag to take out some of her her cards. Want to play? Well, why don't we just play a game of poker? And don't think I have any alcohol. She has 16 flasks, but I don't think they're for alcohol.
Why'd you have 16?
Shopping trip.
To put things in.
It's a lot of flasks.
She huffs a little bit. I don't have any alcohol, and I don't think Havelock's daughter makes it.
You would know Havelock does also have flasks on his person.
Oh, that's true. Of alcohol?
Yes.
Give me 1 second. 1 second. Mev puts the cards down, and she's going to go over to Havelock. She's gonna try to steal a flask. I'm guessing that's sleight of hand.
Yep, so sleight of hand versus... Well, if Havelock's not actively looking, Havelock's passive perception.
Beat a 13.
A 10. You just hear a clink, clink, clink. You sort of like look over and see Mev just like slowly pulling out a flask from your bag. With the, you can see some of the other flasks are sort of like rolled out and clinked against each other.
What do you think you're doing?
Having a drink? Or, you know, we're going to have a drink?
You're not taking shit. That's my fancy one.
She quickly takes the flask anyways, and she grins at you. I mean, if you want it back, you can join us.
I will punch you.
And
Give it back.
can I have another if you aren't going to play with us?
I will just smack the jug down, and I will summon its gallon of wine.
Oh, sweet, alcohol.
Wait, I don't want to do the gallon of wine. Wine's too good for us today. We're just going to 4 gallons of beer.
Beer?
4 gallons of it.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Wait, Wait, is it normal beer or is it the cheap stuff?
I don't know, just as beer.
Mev looks at that. Holy shit, Padlock, we are going to fucking puke.
Good, I'm coming with you. What the fuck are we doing? And Havelock just takes a big drink.
While he's doing that, Mev's gonna take a shot of the fancy one. Fuck you.
Okay.
We are playing cards with Kinley, and we are going to get drunk off our asses.
Does the rest of the party who's gonna have to watch over this drunken fun know about this?
I mean, Noreen was just sitting there, so I imagine that he overheard. Aki hears everything. She looks around to find where Aki is.
Aki's just sort of sat looking just into the fire.
Hey, Aki!
Yes?
We're going to get fucking wasted.
Alright, don't be too loud.
Woo! Mev gives Havelock his flask and takes the jug to Kindling.
Havelock's gonna let her go and go sit over with Aki.
Oh, has he changed his mind? Not going to play cards?
I'll join you next round.
Mev goes and sits by Kindling. Okay, so here is how this is going to go. We are going to play a series of card games, right? Right. And whoever loses has to drink, right? I haven't decided how much yet. I don't know how much we want to go on. You know what? We'll start taking shots, and whoever loses the last one has to drink the rest of it. Okay? By the end of the night, if we don't get alcohol poisoning, we're all winners.
Aki just sort of shouts over. Not sure I can help with that just soon.
It's okay. I have an assload of rations. We'll just eat to balance it out, right? Right, that's how it works.
Aren't you supposed to eat before you get inebriated so it lines your stomach, or so they say?
Well, we already had dinner, you know, so like there's something.
Aki, you're not gonna win against her.
I'm not sure I even want to be honest. Hold on, what would be the spell to get rid of alcohol poisoning?
That would be cure poison and disease. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it counts as that
Okay.
technically. Yeah, alcohol is technically a poison.
Yeah.
Where's cure poison and disease?
You might not have it. Mm.
I've got detect, but I've got not purify food and drink. Protection from good and evil. It is technically the demon drink.
No.
Okay. Lesser restoration as drunk.
Yeah, less restoration.
Yeah. Lesser restoration work.
Oh, there
Okay.
actually isn't
I'll have to put that on over the long rest just in case.
Yeah, there actually isn't a cure poison or disease. Weird.
There should be.
No, there's a detect.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying, like, man, there really should be. If there's a detect, there should be a cure.
There really should.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna play fucking card games, Kinling. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna get drunk as fuck.
So how do you
Why
want to?
do I imagine?
Go on, you first.
Why do I imagine Mev saying this holding a gun?
How do I want to do this?
Yes.
Listen, I've actually never played cards before. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
I know how to play.
Yeah,
I know how to play
IRL.
Texas Hold'em. So
Me too.
Yeah, the only thing I know how to play is fucking
That's not a card game.
like
Blackjack.
sorry. Yeah, blackjack. That's the only thing I know.
Basically, when it comes to
So-
RP for PNI, when it comes to card games or any type of games and we just want to scoot through it, we just do best 2 out of 3 with D20s.
yeah, I mean, if you want to do that one,
Yeah. We can do that.
as I say, it's down to you on that one. You're the instigator in this, so
Let's do that, and then I usually go by like the total of those D20s, whoever has the higher number.
okay.
All right. So roll 3 D20s, Kindling.
Yeah, tidal wave doesn't show for whatever reason.
Again, it should.
Yeah, it makes.
Holy fuck. Holy shit.
Oh.
I
So
mean-
that's 2 losses and a draw for you.
Holy shit. Yeah, no. Mev gets fucking wiped in the first round. She's gonna
Yeah.
fucking take a shot. Do I have to roll con saves?
Would you think she would get tipsy or drunk on the first round?
No.
No.
It's just a shot.
Then no.
I mean, I'm taking a shot because I lost. If you want to just drink casually, you can.
No, it's more like Kinlin had like 2 pairs and Mev had fuck all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
want like, a
have,
very
like,
easy
you-
can play poker.
Havelock and Aki, you just see Mev get absolutely fucking swamped by Kinling.
He knows 3 Dragon Ante. Would that also mean he knows poker?
3 Dragon Ante is more like a chess game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chess cards, you know? I can respect Kinling's thing of like whoever has the higher card. You wanna do that?
I mean, I do.
Draw a card, see what we get.
I mean, I do have the cards up here on the Roll20 right now,
We can do
just
that.
in case.
Game of chance, nonetheless.
Yeah. It was either that, or I was actually going to be like, oh, okay, we're doing an actual poker game. Okay.
All right, I will draw one. 10 of diamonds.
So I think I can just drag that to you. There we go. He drew himself. 10 of diamonds, 7 of clubs.
So Mev wins.
Yeah.
Woo. All right. Then yeah, take a fucking shot, Kinling. And I don't know if you'd roll a con save on the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine so, but
yeah, I mean, with that one, it's literally like, whatever works for you. It'll be a con save. 13. There, you hold your drink.
all right. Anna,
Yes.
are you looking at the roll 20? Aki's RPing with you.
Ah, fuck. I'm sorry. I was looking at something
Alright.
else.
I'll draw the next one. 9 of clubs.
Yeah, we can all see
Spades.
that. You drag it onto
Spades.
yourself.
I drag it onto myself.
You drag it to your thing, and you can see it on your
Okay.
thing there. Because otherwise, we all see it. Not like it really matters. 8 of clubs.
So I win again. Drink.
Drink.
Come on, Catman. Drink up.
Drink. It'll make you powerful. And what will it cost? Everything.
Oh. Ooh, that's a good one.
That was,
Alright.
I did see that cinematic. It was kind of cool.
Next one. 8 of hearts. Fucking.
4 of hearts.
Yeah. Seems like the loss that Mev had, now she's making up for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was really worried in the beginning. You really beat my ass. She says as she, like, puts the final card down. Well, it doesn't really matter how you start, right? It matters how you finish. We'll do one more game, And this time Mev is going to, I'm gonna work the cards as if it's disadvantaged, so she'll take the lower card.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing this intentionally. Would I have to roll, I guess, sleight of hand?
Yep.
Alright.
Sleight of hand against
So.
passive perception.
Alright. That went really well before.
14. What's your passive
14.
perception, Kindling? 14.
Yeah, you definitely see her intentionally pluck out a few cards, but in the end result, she doesn't well, I guess draw your card and then we'll see, because she got 2 of clubs on her other one.
So unless he gets a 2 of spades or whatever.
Yeah. And even then, that's a draw. Yep. All right. She loses. Her cheating made her lose, not win.
Whoops. Well, not really whoops, but you know.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you paid yourself.
I mean, we did say whoever loses the last game drinks it all. So, unless you want to go again, it looks like I lose. Okay. And she's going to do the same thing.
Okay, so another sleight of hand check.
Yep.
You sort of like, as you pull the card away, you can clearly see another half of the card sticking out.
Yeah. See if Kindling calls her out before she draws, or... Okay. Yeah, go ahead, roll sleight of hand. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Drag that, drag that.
You see...
So
You get the sense of deja vu, like you've seen this exact scenario happen before, where half the card is sticking out from the other person's hand.
Oh my god, they're both terrible. Yeah, my lowest was a 9 of diamonds. Oh. Shit. Wait. Fuck. You know, I saw you trying to sneak your cards, so it doesn't count. Knowing damn well that Kindling probably saw her too because of how terrible it is. I mean, yeah, so it doesn't count this round. You know, cause we are both terrible lying bastards. Yeah, suppose splitting it would probably make it more bearable for us. You know, I don't actually want to, like, kill you. So, deal.
Okay, both you make con saves then.
Oh. We're splitting, like, fucking 4 gallons of this shit. Holy fuck. This has to be at, like, a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, the sheer amount you're chugging this time.
Oops, I didn't mean to click twice.
Well, 2021.
Shit. Mev!
9. Kindling
Oh.
is tipsy.
Fucking... Kindling isn't tipsy, oh no. He's fucking dead.
No, that'd be if it was below
All
a
that
5.
fucking drinking, like...
Actually, yeah, no,
Fuck.
he's drunk twice. Nah, that'd still be...
Yeah, so he's...
It would still increase the DC only by 1 each time.
He's gotta be wasted at the very least,
He's
you know?
he's very much drunk, yeah. He's not blackout drunk, but he's drunk.
Whew, whew. Man, Havelock, what the hell? This shit that's weak.
Oi, fuck off. Bring your own next time.
I will, and we'll go and buy something bitter. Buy one
Yeah.
of your
Can I-
fancy
can-
ones.
Can I have a look at both Kindling and Mev?
Sure.
How drunk are they looking?
Kinlin is definitely like swaying side to side. Mev's got a little bit of the like, you know, red drunk blush on her, but she's...
Would I be able to roll insight to tell what kind of drunk each of them?
Sure.
So basically, do I get the inclination that Kindling's is an angry, violent drunk, basically?
Yeah. Yeah, so 2
Because
insight
I-
checks, 1 for each of them.
Okay, because I think Mev's either a depressed drunk or just giggles all the time drunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do insight for both of them. So this is Mev. Okay, there you go. Fuck it.
Mev and then Kindling.
First one is Mev. Second one's Kindling.
Um, you know, hold on. Do I roll with disadvantage since I'm tipsy?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Deception.
I mean, I've never been drunk, but I've seen enough people be drunk to know how that
Okay.
goes when people try to lie.
Yeah. Mev seems to be carrying herself pretty well. So much so that you can't particularly tell what's up. I mean, she's smiling, but Mev always smiles, even when she's fucking miserable.
No, wait, what?
You rolled a
Yeah.
10 for insight, and she rolled a 14 for
Oh,
deception.
fair. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I feel like Aki should be able to just see through Mev's smile, but he's seen it enough.
I mean, you could tell when it's fake as fuck, but that doesn't mean you know what's underneath.
Oh, fair. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Alright.
Kinlan,
Nice,
you
okay.
aren't really standing straight. You're like rocking back and forth, and she does the motion of it. You know, like you're a ship on the waves. I think you do your tent so you don't like keel over. I mean, I didn't say that, but you know, I figure I can help you. We can spend a little bit more time chatting. Plus, I kind of want to feel the beans. That's right, you still have your beans. And Mev stands up and takes both of Kindling's hands to like help him up. Fucking. Would Kindling cry if like if someone told him his beans were gone? Yeah. Mev just gives his hands like a little squeeze. See, they're so soft and nice. She leads him to his tent.
Alrighty.
Holy fuck, Havelock and Aki right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what was been distracting me this time. It's like, oh,
Holy shit.
wow, okay,
Yeah, I've just been trying to like RP while reading this shit.
yeah,
Real sad boys hours, boys.
Holy fuck.
yeah. Wow,
Sad
So
boy hours.
depressed.
we're all a big happy family, or whatever,
Oh,
whatever 90s sitcom show mentions
we're
about
so
a happy
happy.
family.
Everything's great.
So this is going to make things a bit out of order, since obviously it's RP and such. I'm obviously aware of time too, so I just want to get up to the part where I've got like, okay, this will be perfect to stop on there. So by all means, continue doing your RP and consider this like happening after or like before these things. But the people who are doing your watches, go ahead and do your rolls. But by all means, continue with your RPing. As I say, this is just so that I can progress to the part where it's like, okay, that's where I can finish my work and you can continue your RP typing.
Okay, I do the first watch, don't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet.
You, me, and then kindling.
Oh, why is it advantage? Bollocks. Sorry.
I mean, technically you had Marine helping you.
Yeah, true. There you go, 29.
And whoever's doing the third one. And by all means, continue on with your RPing. Or I don't know, you could always ask Dawes. Make Dawes pull his
Yes.
weights.
Havelock will take the advantage of their kindling.
Not like it did much.
Holy shit.
Anyway,
He's too sad to focus.
yeah. Anyway, you can continue on with your RPing because I can finish this off myself. So, each of your individual watches are uneventful. The cloud cover does get a bit heavier, but there is no sign of rain at the moment. Eventually, the morning comes. You wake up, prepare your various morning things, and then you notice in the distance, even without Aki's keen eyesight, maybe about, you're not too sure distance-wise, but barring any issues, maybe a day or less out, you can see atop of a hill the sign of stone walls. A bustling city slowly, almost tumbling down the mountain. It's a large city. And you kind of realize what you're looking at. Within a day travel of now, you will arrive at the city of Sangan. That's what we're going to call it for this session.
Woo!
But by all means, continue your text RPing. Because holy fuck!
Yeah, continue sad boy hours.
And so deeply fucked.
Oh, definitely. Like, this is a, like, this party's got issues.
It's nice that we're all friends, but man, we have issues.
Yeah. Whereas before God's Headache, it's like, we don't really have issues. We're perfect. Oh, this isn't as good.
I don't know. Nem had a lot of issues,
Well,
so did Trofnar.
What I mean is, like, they weren't so intertwined with each
Lad.
other.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Johnson had 100 years of survivors. He had issues.
And MSC
Like,
had
I
an
think,
abusive
like-
upbringing.
Yeah, I don't think, thinking back to it, like how I played him, I don't think Trofner had a nightmareless sleep for like all the campaign. Dude had some demons.
I think the difference is that no one was there for Trothnar's nightmare sleep, you know?
Yeah, of
Meanwhile,
course, yeah.
everyone's here for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, Trothnor was a reserved dude anyway. He was a bitter, twisted old man.
Mm-hmm.
So he does not like. I did kind of write Akrisk as the opposite, where he just completely wears his heart on his sleeve. So yeah, so that makes her a better character.
But yeah, you guys are about a day away from Sangan.
I'm just reading all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some sad boy stuff.
We sad now.
Yeah. It's just the complete like the opposite strategies where it's just like Mev and Kindling just fucking ignore everything, drink the pain away, while me and I can have like just mainlining that shit.
I'm trying to crack my back and it won't crack.
You're not getting out of here, Havelock. I don't know what you're talking about if I'm not here. You're not fucking leaving.
You're not a part of this conversation. You're getting drunk.
I can be part of the peanut gallery.
Meanwhile, just all this is just how this conversation's going. Dar's just sitting there, like watching it like it's a tennis match. Just like
Yeah.
just visible concern, but just also looking like.
Concern.
Yeah.
Haha, drunk people. What are they talking about now? Oh no.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, given that Daz is
Little did you know that Daz is the cameraman making Marine record this.
How long have we been adventuring together now?
So I think
Month.
I have it. Yeah, so the first session it was during the Day of Sky celebration, which was, let me just re-grab this. Day of Sky was the equivalent of August 12th,
Okay.
and it
What
is.
day is it now?
I think it's September, if I remember correctly.
So it's only been like a month.
Nearly 2 months, actually.
Listen, they're trauma bonding.
I think. Let me just quickly.
It's good that we're such fast friends.
Let's have a look. Is it here? This is time for my older notes, but it still has the months. Yeah, so just coming up to 2 months. So I'm just engrossed in the text RP right now.
Staring, watching.
Yeah. That's twice I've been massively distracted. The other thing I was distracted on is a YouTuber I'm subscribed to does a series called Worst MMO Ever, and the most recent one is The Old Republic.
Don't even, Tom. I opened that up a while ago. I'm going to watch that when we're done here.
To be fair, even though his series is called The Worst MMO Ever, it's not. It's just the fact that he gets more worst MMOs than good MMOs.
Oh, I know. I've been watching his stuff for a while.
Yeah. So I think, like, one of the games, he was like, they're like, oh yeah, Warframe, it's really good, but it's got these bad things. Or Guild Wars, it's really good, but it's got these bad things. And so I imagine This one is going to be like, oh, hey, it's really good, but it's got these bad things.
Why did you have to do that when I was still typing?
Sorry.
This is why you gotta wait and be patient.
This is
I've done that little bit.
this
Sorry.
is where we find out who would be better at typing of the dead overkill. I've actually played.
Anna, did
Rhino
you
on
just
that one.
post? Did you just post an angry baby rubber hippo?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, I
A
see
river
that.
hippo.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Like,
that. Everywhere.
that's a nice image, except for the fact that the hippos fucking bite strong, even as babies.
Have you ever seen the videos of them just eating watermelons?
That's what I mean.
Yes,
That's why it's like,
that's one
oh,
of my
that's...
comfort videos.
It's like, oh, that's adorable. That's also fucking terrifying.
You can also run cars straight off the road.
30-mile-an-hour running speed, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Problem with playing Aki, I have to remember how to spell some really fancy words.
Yeah. Fucking. Sorry, my thing cut out.
Were
Kindling.
you attempting to share Rancher?
You? No. I was gonna share The Sims. Kindling could have said no.
To Mev? Don't you know boys that are stuck in love can't say no to anything, apparently?
Fucking.
Do favor to get girlfriend.
He could have said no, I just want to hang out with you. And, you know, instead he was like, okay, sure, let's drink a whole fucking gallon of beer. Yeah, 2 gallons each. Like, holy shit. And he was like, okay, sure, that's cool. You know, who would be okay with that? Literally no one. But Kindling, you know, apparently said yes. He agreed. He did not hesitate. Yeah, that's what he gained from that.
Who the fuck is rustling sound?
That is one of Nate's alternate characters, backup characters that he's had since campaign 1.
So what you making this time, Peach?
I bulldozed that ugly fucking house we had.
Which house was that again?
Hold on. Ah, I can't bring it back. The fucking 4 squares.
Oh yeah, the mice room. Okay.
Yeah.
Nate, would you like to see a picture I found that gives me kindling energy?
Yeah. Man, you know, I was actually going to talk to Kindling about the whole like staring at Mev all the time thing that Havelock brought up. And then I thought to myself, Mev probably wouldn't do that because she doesn't want to deal with that right now.
What that word means? Actually, no, it works better for Kreese because he sometimes gets words wrong.
The journey to Sengan's been an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Especially on the later stages of it.
Interesting, yeah, I'm sure. As someone who isn't deep in the source, yeah.
I'm just assuming it's sorry, I'm just reading through the thing with kindling staring. It's like when cats are staring at you to gauge like how trustworthy you are. You know?
There is no big body of water, Havelock.
He doesn't know he's been sleeping all day.
At least not one where you guys camped out.
Fuck you.
I just want to point out as well just how much Ed has got into the RPing since Strofnar.
Yeah.
Technically, if we found a way to block off the cart, we could just create or destroy water the cart and make it a mobile bath.
Holy shit.
That is true, we could.
Because you and I both have this ability, and I have to cast it at level 2.
Which
God,
means
what
that
a
that's
terrible
20
idea.
gallons, I think. I think it's 20.
I mean, we need to figure out a way of making it watertight. How can we make the cart watertight? I suppose we could fill it partially, and then I could use a mixture of shaped water. I could use shaped water twice to make it sort of fill the bottom of it in like a bowl shape, and then freeze it, and then we fill that frozen bottom with water, and turn it into a bath. A very cold ice bath.
Would destroy water kind of dry things up?
Yeah.
Just one create, one destroy. Ta-da!
Oh my god, could you imagine? Do you reckon you could use destroy water to kill someone by just destroying all the moisture in them?
A
No.
fucking bloodbend.
Sorry?
Gonna fucking bloodbend.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck
crime.
Yeah, if I cast it at like 5th level, I should be able to just make someone just dry into a husk. That'd be fun.
There is a spell that does that.
What is it?
I forget what
Just
it's
for future
called,
reference.
but it's also a special. It's basically like doubly effective against plants, and it's literally draining the moisture out of them.
Blight.
Blight, that was it. Yes.
Because Merlita has. Merlita doesn't have that spell. Shala has that spell. God. Fucking. Merlita's dead, guys.
Yep.
Oh,
Did you have to remind me?
yes.
Bitch.
Merlita is dead and she's never coming back.
Yeah. After this session, well, now it's a 2-week hiatus from the main campaign. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a case of 1 shot, 2 shots, no shots.
Everyone does shots.
I guess it depends on what people prefer.
I got heave ho.
Oh, that game. Wait, do we have enough people for that though?
Yeah.
It's 4 players max, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 players.
So wait, am I just mathing wrong? 1, 2, 3. No, yeah, I'm not mathing wrong.
No.
Someone would have to sit out, unfortunately.
Also we have, you know, the collection of Jackbox games.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do Jackbox and heave ho.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that'll definitely
Oh,
sort
people
it for a week.
Could also do Gardic phone.
That too. We haven't done that in a while, actually.